the greatest. I wasn't even getting anyone's comments for some reason. Not sure why I wasn't getting anyone's comments, but I could make some guesses, but I won't even get into that. Yay, this live says it's only 23, 24 seconds in, which is correct. Unlike the live I just dropped a little bit ago, which said it was 26 hours old as I was recording. So, interesting times we're living in, people. But yeah, I'm just, seeing where my people at, Where are my people who are thinking the same? Oh, where we at? There's a lot going on in the world today, and I just like to shed light on different things. So, anyways, this is going to be like a chill topic. So I'm going to do just that for a second. Ooh, all right. I feel a lot better. That was much needed. So, anyways, let's see if I can figure out this live chat thing situation. Community moderation, live chat on. Okay. All right. So I think that I am good. Touch off. Interesting. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out enough gas to get out of this rainy weather that I'm dealing with. This RV is in no condition to deal with this rainy weather that I'm in as far as the roof goes. So, my God, I wish I had like $100 to go seal the roof up top, man. That would be amazing. But, hello, how's it going, y'all? What's good? Glad y'all join in on this. And, if you would just drop a like for me, man, that would really help out this channel a lot. And it's free also, and you could also subscribe. That would really help too. But I really just kind of want to have an open topic. I like your stream. Thank you very much. That means a lot. And thank you. And so yeah, now the comments are working. My last video, the comments were not working at all. I couldn't see any of them. So I moved to some different Wi-Fi, and yeah, that's right. I'm back to the McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. Oh, the joys of 2025, man. This has been some crazy times, hasn't it? But if you're on a level of consciousness where you realize that this is a game, it's quite a show, isn't it? I don't have a microwave really, so I'd have a hard time making popcorn. I could get some for the stove. Maybe that's what I should do, is get some popcorn for the stove. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, we need some popcorn with everything going on. And all right, I'm just trying to shed a little bit of light into the situation we're dealing with, everyone. Can you summarize what you're saying? Well, I haven't really got started. But yeah, I've made many topics about unity. How if we all came together, we could overthrow the system that is not in our favor. It's only in the favor of the rich. And, we can put a stop to this. Oh, thank you for subbing. That means a lot. It really helps the small channel. I have no income right now, so bear with me, everyone. I have no income right now, so I don't have internet for my phone. I don't even have a laptop, literally. I don't even have a tablet. So I'm doing this all with just my phone. That's all I have right now. I don't even have a secondary phone to like keep notes and stuff. Um, I could start using a notebook, but I want to be authentic. I don't really want to read off of notes. Um, I don't want this to be a staged event. I want this to just be free flowing energy, and so that's where we're at today because I feel like this world needs it, and I'm here for a reason. All of us are here for a reason, and I pray we all start to find our reason why we're here if you don't already know. So, thank you. I hope you achieve whatever it is that you would like as well. How do I say that? Laya? Laya 100? Laya 100. All right, all right. But yeah, everyone. So, thanks for joining me today. I am just kind of getting warmed up. It's still kind of early. So, I'm just dealing with a lot of rain right now, and it's Freddie G Darts. What's good, yo? How's it going, yo? Yo, where you all? I'm just curious, and just for conversational purposes, where y'all dropping in from? You know what I'm saying? Uh, Let me know, like at least your state. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm in Oregon, and I've been in Washington. I lived there for quite some time, and I'm originally from Billings, Montana, which is the biggest city in Montana. So England, bro, that is amazing. That is amazing that my content from Oregon in the United States is reaching you in England. That's awesome. Uh, wow. Anyways, that's amazing because I'm really focused on trying to create unity, which is just community, really. I mean, on simple terms, because we've really lost our sense of community and our sense of being able to listen and bounce ideas off of each other. California, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I was just in California 2 years ago now, and earlier, like the beginning of the summer, I was in Carson City, Nevada, and I stayed at a house down by State Line, Lake Tahoe. So I was like right there on the California border. And then it got way too hot down there. So I left and I went straight out to the ocean. I came back up to Oregon and went over to North Bend. And oh, it's so great. And Florence. And my favorite place down there is Charleston. It's just this little tiny town. And it's like old America feeling. It's really nice. And then there's a really nice beach down there with a campground and stuff. But lots of people take their dogs there, and so my dog was having a blast this whole summer. And we were just being a beach bum, whatever, man. Like it's not my problem. I have hundreds of job applications, and I did have a job for a little bit while I was there at the ocean, and it didn't work out. I'm someone that likes to take pride in no matter what I'm doing. I like to take pride in it. I like to do a good job. And so if a place isn't on that frequency, I'm probably not going to last there. Like mechanic shops, they like to cut corners. They like to have you replace things without replacing the other things that should be replaced when you replace this. And then if you don't do that and that vehicle leaves, and you already know it's going to come back, but now that's going to come out of your pay if you're being paid flat rate. So I'm not into all that. I want to do things right the first time, or as best as I can. What's your? Oh, I've never been to Iraq or England. I have a friend who is in Denmark, which is cool. Other than that, I would love to meet more people around the world. It would be really great. If anyone would like to chat with me, I'm very open about this. I'm not trying to be some big public figure or something. Like, I'm just trying to bounce ideas off each other and see what we can do to come up with a plan for some unity. You know what I mean? To overthrow all the corruption and evil that's been ruling this planet. And I know that a lot of people don't like to hear that, but we have to deal with the facts someday. We are the saviors that we've been waiting on. We can't just sorry, let me answer this question here. What my favorite food is, man, and that's a tough one. That's a tough one, man. I really love tacos. I cannot lie. I love tacos, and but I would say a close second would be Chinese food. I like American Chinese food probably, but I don't know if anybody's ever been to like a Hoo Hot Mongolian grill, where they cook up the whatever you want right there in front of you. That's good stuff. But yeah, so hopefully this live stream works. Hopefully my internet does not crap out on me like it keeps doing. Um, the life of being a nomad. That's what I'm on right now. Is I'm displaced in this world. Thank God I'm not fully all the way homeless. I've been there before a couple times. But I always bounce right back. I always get a vehicle again, at least. And this time, I left my land. I was living out on 2.5 acres of land that I am in the process of purchasing by making payments every month. And let me tell you how hard that's been without a job. Oh my God, even a $300 a month payment when you don't have a job is like, that can be what sinks or you can swim, like straight up, because it's hard enough just coming up with gas and food. Everything is so overpriced nowadays. Thank God marijuana is cheap, because I don't know where I would be right now at all if it wasn't. And I mean cheap. Like, I can get a whole eighth of some good stuff for less than it cost me to get a pack of cigarettes now. And yeah, anyways, so I gotta go, bro. Amazing speech. I will come back someday. Thank you very much. And what time do you post? Usually around this time, but if I can find internet, I like to make night videos too. I love Chinese food too. That's awesome. Yeah, man, Chinese food's great. And you got to throw in some good pizza every once in a while, too. Man, oh man, especially if it has barbecue sauce and chicken and onions and then all that good stuff, man. Oh, I'm all there. But okay, bye bye. Good night. Yeah, have a good night, and thank you for subbing and being here with me. And I hope that you get to view some content from me that helps you. Look on my channel. I have well over 200 videos now. And another thing to note about my channel is that if you peep out the playlist section of this channel, you're going to find all kinds of good stuff. And I know some of it's going to possibly come across as like, what, really? But no, just use your own discernment, but look through it, because you can't fully say one way or another on a topic unless you have all the information that you can find on the topic. So that's how I view things. And I don't think that we should ever take one source for being the truth. I think that we should all do the work of finding the truths. And, there are some sources out there that have very high level information, very high. I mean, even Dr. Stephen Greer is one of them. And man, if more people in America would even just listen to what he has to say. What time is it there in America? It is 11:12 right now. I just missed 11:11. That's funny. I can't see my time unless I swipe down on my phone, but yeah, it's and that's before noon. So yeah, it's before noon here in America. Well, on the West Coast, in Oregon. So yeah. But anyways, so I hope a little medicine every once in a while doesn't offend anyone. This is just kind of a chill day right now. I would like to work up to some topics, but 7:12 at night. Dang, that's kind of closer to what my buddy over in Denmark deals with when we communicate. Is very different time zones, which is cool. It's so amazing to reach across the world, literally across the world. Um, yeah, that's a blessing in its own right there. Um, Excuse me for 1 second. By the way, this is my medicine. 100% medicine. I do not use this for any other purposes. What can I say? I'm displaced in America. I don't have a job. Not that I don't want one necessarily. I have many applications in, but I still don't have a job because, well, this is my home. It's not much, but it's what I got. I got my bed back there, a nice queen size mattress, and then over here I got my little sink and stove and everything. It's real basic living. It's real basic living. This is the life of a nomad. This is the life of somebody who years ago decided that they were done paying rent. I was done giving this system my hard earned money and barely having any energy left for me. That's the reason why I really never created YouTube content. When I look back at my life, I've done all kinds of amazing things that should have been put on YouTube, but I was too busy and caught up in the rat race to take the time to do that. And I guess that's kind of only, I don't really call it a regret because I don't, but it's something that I wish I could have. Your house got 6 bedrooms. Dang, bro, that's living it. That's living the life, dude. But at the same time, like, that's for some people. And to be honest, I think that I would be too lonely in a big house like that by myself. Just to be real, I love the idea of being able to be mobile and travel around as long as I can find the gas to do so, which is what I'm struggling with right now. But other than that, when I was 25 years old, I was just getting off of felony probation. I had 5 years of that, and I completed my sentence, and it was a deferred, so it should be off my record hopefully by now, or getting close. And I had just decided that, well, at the very end of my probation, I quit working. And I started just flipping cars. I would get some cheap cars. I'd fix them up, get them running really good. Maybe throw some window tint up on there, throw a nice sound system in there. Make it something that somebody wants to drive and that's going to be reliable. You know what I'm saying? I do whatever I do 100%. I can't do nothing less. That's how I was raised, and my mom gave me some of those qualities, but also my stepdad did. And that was mainly my stepdad did like when I was like 13. And that's when he started to teach me how to work on cars and do all kinds of handyman stuff. And I'd already been like in landscaping and stuff because that's what my mom was in. And, she was a groundskeeper at the zoo. So yeah, I grew up going to work with her at a young age. Like, she'd come get me after school, and I'd go to work with her and learn all kinds of stuff. So that was cool. So yeah, it's just I was raised in a way that we took pride in what we did, and being from Montana, it's a whole other place out there. It's not like where I'm at now. To be honest, the West Coast is in pretty sad shape, in my opinion. And I think it's been like that for a while, and so I think that's part of the reason I'm here is to try to help lift that. And I can get lost here and get totally off track of my calling, my mission, and but that's why I'm here though is to pursue that and to continue to speak out about the things that not everyone's speaking about. And so that's really what motivates me in this channel. From the time I was a child, I was really into space, like extremely interested in what's out there in the universe, you know? I'm going to a darts tournament now. All right, bro. That's what's up, man. Peace, man. Hope you win that thing, man. That'd be dope. You know, bring home a little trophy or something. Man, have fun though, dude. That's awesome. Man, I'd like to find like a not really archery, but I want to kind of try to watch what I say. Something kind of like archery, like competition thing out here, you know? But with lead instead. Anyways, uh, I'm from Montana, so I that some parts of being raised there, around like my uncles and everything. Hunting is a big part of really survival out there. A lot of people, that's how they feed their families. So, there's been a lot of they don't just buy groceries. I mean, they do, but they supplement some of it with game that they go out and hunt. So I'm from a really survivalist type of place. I do miss some of the core fundamentals that I was raised on in Montana, but even a lot of that had began to change by the time I left there, and was why ultimately I decided to go out and venture. And since then, I have been East Coast. Just recently, I drove to the East Coast, and that was interesting. Now this was like before summer, or like maybe the very beginning of summer. Um, so yeah, I mean, I love traveling. I've been to multiple states, like quite a few states. There's still a lot that I would like to see, and different content that I watch on YouTube also likes to travel. I love watching Arab. Shout out to him, man, because that's amazing that he can just travel the world and bring us all kinds of content, and that would be amazing. So maybe for people that are not in America that view this channel, I could do something like that here, just to kind of show people some different things. I already have, if you look back at some of my old content, I have all kinds of scenery. A lot of it's in the music shorts that I've made. Check those out because, man, there's some good stuff out there, and all this is in playlists. This channel is pretty organized, as well as it can be without a computer. I really need a computer and or a laptop. A tablet. But right now I just have my phone, and I'm just doing what I can with that. And so yeah. Anyways, sorry for rambling on. Check out my playlist section. I'm just gonna say it again because, man, there's so much good stuff on there that I'd really like everyone to be aware of at least. I never want to come across as, somebody that knows everything. That's not what my intentions are. I like to share what I do know, though. And if I don't know something, I am the first one to say I do not know anything about that. But then that usually intrigues me to find out about that. And like I said, I previously in this live here is I really dig in deep into a subject before I speak about it. I don't just I see something and I react. you have to have more discernment than that these days, especially with all the AI content, and that's really scary. I have talked about that. Like, I've talked about a lot of stuff already on this channel. There is a lot of information on this channel. A lot. Not all created by me, as you'll see in the playlist, but I have over 200 videos that I've put out on this channel myself. So dig into some of that, because there's really a lot of different things to see there. And I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, man, let me know where you're at if it's raining. Because, man, I've been dealing with a lot of rain here lately. And me and the rain, I've been dealing with it for like the last 5 years as I've lived out on the West Coast and Northwest. And I'm kind of getting a little tired of it. But, I'm trying to stay as positive as I can through it. It's a borderline on if it's better or worse than snow. I'm from Montana, so I definitely have lived through some intense snow and cold, very cold. And that's another reason why I like being out here. It doesn't really get that cold. Sometimes it gets hot, but in those times when it gets hot out here, you can find many different places along the ocean that have really nice weather. So that's why I love it out here. And another reason why I left Montana, out in the middle of nowhere, you're stuck with, there is no really like relocating real quick to get away from the heat or the snow, or like, man, you're stuck out there and out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, man, I like to be able to be mobile. That's just a big part of my life and my mission. And yeah, like I said, I decided that I was done renting when I was 25. And I'm really trying to pay off this land, because once I do that, then I can focus on trying to save some money to build something on that land. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to bring this. I'm really big on being authentic and chasing back our history. And I feel like being a settler. I feel like creating my own out in nature, which is where we need to be. And I would love to be out in nature right now as we speak. And I'm actually working on trying to get there again, as we speak. I'm literally trying to find enough gas to get out there. And I only really need like $20 to really get there. So, yeah, once it stops raining, which I think it kind of has stopped raining right now, I'll probably go out there and try for that. But yeah, man. So anyways, I've been rambling on for almost a half hour now, and really something that I just want to keep touching base on is the fact that, the world is just too divided right now, and it was planned that way. The people who have really been in charge, the puppet masters, I call them, have, because the left and the right and all the politics are the puppets, and the puppet masters are above that, and they control everything. And not enough people know. People are not starting to know, but I'm just trying to help speed that process up a little bit, even one person at a time, because ultimately, when everybody knows enough of the same information, we're going to stand up, and that's going to be the end of it. So that's what I'm really focused on. It's just trying to plant the seeds that we need as a civilization to grow. I really want to see us get somewhere better than the way that we've been living, and get back to our original purpose of why we're here. And it's not to live in this rat race of a system that they have placed us in. That it's very corrupt. This world should not be divided by the rich and the poor and holding all that stuff above everyone and trying to think that that's their real worth when it's really not. Your real worth is how you treat others, to be honest. Like that goes so much further than money could ever. I mean, I've had almost 200 grand and it did the opposite of bring me closer to my original purpose of why I'm here, why I'm on this planet. And I know that's going to upset a lot of people because we're conditioned to praise money. We're conditioned to think that our job status and who we are viewed socially is the character, and that's just we need to create a different character, okay? Because right now this world is so lost because it even says that the money is the root of all evil. So why are people still confused by this? Why are we still continuously chasing and praising money when we know it's the root of all evil and it's been the system that's been held above our head to control us? So once we can get rid of that system, we take back what's rightfully ours. And that's really my focus. I want to read this comment real quick. I want to get in touch with you, please. Amazing. Please download Discord. It's a really amazing app. I connect with it with my friend all the way in Denmark from the west coast of the United States. We talk on there, face chat, everything. So please download Discord and add me at Trilldill, TRILLDILL 93. Trilldill 93 is my username on Discord, and that's how I'd really love for us to be able to communicate. Yeah, bro, you too, bro. This message is for everyone too, because I want to help create unity above anything. Trilldill 93, yes, that should bring you. You should be able to find me. It will have a picture of a Jurassic 5 album cover as my picture on there. And that's a funny topic. Why don't we get into a little bit of Jurassic 5? Because yeah, they a lot of their music was really trying to spread these truths as well, and I really vibe with that. So so there's a lot of crazy stuff that is linked to Jurassic 5. So it started in like 93 with different members than what it had ended up as by like 97, 2000. So, and you can really see this for yourself by looking at their first music video they ever put out and really paying attention to who those people are, and then watch their better stuff and their newer stuff, and you'll see something different. So anyways, Jurassic 5 is amazing, and I got to throw that out there just to hope somebody that doesn't know looks into that, because that'd be cool. But yeah, Lady Divinity, that would be amazing. Hopefully you are able to reach me on there. I won't be able to see it right now because I only have my phone. I literally don't even have a laptop or anything. So tried commenting on your last live and it wasn't going through. We are chosen ones. I also have the magnetic pull you were talking about. Yes, back to that. That is amazing. Yes. So when I got off probation, I could not wait. I left Montana a half hour before my. I probably shouldn't even say this. But yeah, I was gone. I was out of there as soon as I could, and I was following this pull, and it wanted me to go back to a place that I'd been, which was Olympia, Washington. And so I went there, and then it had me because at that point in time, I was like somewhere around 2, 3 years sober, and now I'm like 7 years clean. So, as far as like hard drugs, and I have not been drunk since then. I'll occasionally have a couple sips of something or socially, a little bit, but I've literally not been drunk for like 7 years now, and or done any hard drugs. I just smoke my medicine, and it is what it is. But yeah. So, anyways, I'd followed this. It was really nothing else. It wasn't like I wanted to even. I didn't even want to go to Olympia. Like it's kind of it's a shithole there, and Olympia, Washington, and so like I was like, man, why am I doing this? Okay, I didn't really know at the time. I had already been, and Corey Good and Dr. Stephen Greer by this point in time. So, I was definitely, everything just happened for a reason. I was falling into what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I went out there, and with my sobriety and my car that I had just got, this was when I left my apartment, and I've never rented another apartment since. I was done with that life. And so I had like 3 different vehicles. I sold them all. I got one vehicle. I got the windows tinted, put some new tires on it, and bounced out. And so yeah, when I got there, for whatever reason, it was my mission to be parked up at different like motels and areas that had high traffic. And I would sit there, and people come up to my car like all the time. And so I would sit there, and they would ask for something, and I'd be like, yeah, get in. And we'd talk, and I'd smoke some weed with them, and then some dabs, because dabs is what kind of really got me off of the hard drugs and stuff. And so I wasn't coming as being kind of only a couple years or whatever clean at that point. I had known that I couldn't come across as like forceful or anything. I was just there to be chill and kind, and let them really know that I really came from that. And yes, I really did used to actually do this. The reason why you're in my car right now, type of thing. So like I've really been there, and I just want to plant seeds, and I wouldn't really let it be known as that. But that's what I was doing, was just planting seeds, trying to help people overcome their problem with addiction. And so that's kind of how my reawakening to my mission started. And so yeah, it's a good crazy stuff. We all come from such different paths, and families and communities. We all come from very different places. And so I'm more of a warrior type. I was put here for specific reasons, and I've been through lots of very crazy situations. Not even like just involving my mission, but just even, yeah. The environment you kind of grow up around kind of can follow you even if you leave for a while and stuff. And that's what I was dealing with for a while, until I started to align better with my mission. And so anyways, yeah, it's been nice talking with y'all, and I'm going to jump off here. Peace out, everyone. I'm going to try very hard to get out into nature today. So, all right. Take care. Peace and love, everyone. Okay.